Hey guys, we're back for more standard. Currently Mythic ranks number 66. And yeah, just been loving the BOROS Humans deck. Very minor changes to the deck. So I ended up, let's see, the land count, yeah, is now 22 sources. I've got 2 Iganjos, which I think I updated in my last video there. So the land count should be the same. I did end up cutting the Spellbook Vendor, not because it's not a great card. It is a great card. It's just I wanted the 4th Kellen really badly because this card on turn 2 is just so busted. It has like a 66% chance or a little bit less whenever it attacks to draw a card, which is just silly. Like it literally just like attacks and you draw a card. It's so dumb. So yeah, I wanted the full play set, and I think every card fits. I want 10 1-drops. I don't know what I would cut to make room for Spellbook Vendor, which is a great card and it's also, I'm sure, great in this deck. But this is where we're at. So let's go ahead and get in some games. I've been jamming some games on ladder today on my laptop, so unfortunately the games are not captured in my untapped GG data, but yeah, still trying to get a read on some of the other players in the top 300. Just try to get there's some names that I do see coming up a couple times, which is nice, and I do want to compile a list if I can of what decks they're playing, just so I'm ready for it. Every little bit that I can to prepare is, I mean, it's all advantage, right? Yeah, happy with this opening hand. Hand looks great. And a lot of times, I think what I'm still figuring out is like which 2-drop I want to run first. I honestly don't know what's correct sometimes, so I think that's a big part of it too. Like, there was a game that I had today where if you can afford to be aggressive and attacking with Kellen, you can keep refilling your hand, and I was able to get there with that strategy, and it worked. And but I could also see running out Thalia to try to slow down their spells, so I don't know. The 3 toughness is also, super real, and Inti doing stuff is great, and so I don't know what I'm going to run out here, honestly. I think so if they have Play with Fire, they just play with Fire Thalia. It does take up more of their turn, and that's nice, but I think actually Kellen might be the stronger threat here. I guess if they have Play with Fire, they can still kill it. Yeah, if I block the adversary. But yeah, I don't know what to run out here. I guess we'll know what they have if they attack, and slowing up their turn is kind of nice because then it does buy us some more stuff with Adeline, so that feels pretty good. But Kellen is so good. I mean, like, this just like it kind of puts them on the defensive in a very weird way, because this guy is just so much value. Like, they basically have to like lightning strike it, which if they have, I mean, they've got it, but okay, and they've got the lightning strike. I guess on the one hand, it gets the lightning strike out of their hand, which is nice. And then here, I think we just try to stick Adeline and hope it fits. They have too big of a hand for Brutal Cathar, and this is the most mana efficient. Here we're definitely going to take some damage, but I think it's correct to get rid of the token. Man, if I draw an extra land, I guess we could Inti and hope to draw into a land and then get like a second creature out. That might be the correct play. Otherwise, we could Cathar the Squee. The problem is if they remove it, it just comes right back. Adeline would be a 2/4 though, which would be nice. If we go Inti, we can make this 5 power, which doesn't matter against some cards, but at least gets it out of range of like play with fire plus blocks. I think maybe we go Inti here and just see if we can get the land. This is tough. Now, what do we throw away? Vanguard is always good, but I think it's the most replaceable effect here. So I think locking out their mana might be important. I think I just want to have access to everything, so I'm going to cut a Copper Coat. And we did hit another creature that we can play, so that's awesome. It's also a veteran, so at the very least, we're able to play 2 creatures. Unfortunately, I mean, if they have Monstrous Rage, which they always do, then Adeline isn't safe. And being at 7, we've got to respect their attack. Surprised they didn't attack with Foundry. I guess, oh, they had Lightning Strike. Okay, they Lightning Strike the Inti. Interesting. So if they also have Monstrous Rage, what happens? If we, like, block here and here, Monstrous Rage gets them 1 short of lethal. If they Monstrous Rage the Swift Spear, it becomes, I think, an X5, which is maybe why they did it this way. Like, I think we have to assume if they have Monstrous Rage, we just lose this game. So maybe we try to make best blocks we can. So if we go, like, here and here, play with fire kills us, which is super awkward. Yeah, we've got to respect the... Yeah, this just sucks a lot. I think we block like this, maybe. We die to Lightning Strike. We die to Monster. We just... Yeah, it's not good. And here we're just dead on the table, I think. Yeah, even if we Cathar... I suppose we can Cathar here if they've got nothing. But they still have Foundry, so we're just dead. Yeah. I guess maybe they don't see it, but we're basically just dead here. Mono red is a tough one. In the comments, I guess, you know, let me know if there was like a different line of play that you would have run that maybe would have like yielded better results. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I think definitely not having a 1-drop in that game made it a lot harder. Alright, this hand looks great. Again, no 1-drop, but I think with 10 1-drops in the deck, we have a decent chance of starting with one. We were also on the draw that game, so we were on the back foot. Okay, I think we want to hang on to Iganjo here a little bit if we can. So let's lead out with Mirix, and then I think we just want to... So they're probably going to play like a 3-3 on their turn. I guess if we play Inti, and then next turn, if we try to like attack with it, we could then get like essentially a new creature that we could play anything in our deck we'll have access to. So that does give us a little bit of advantage. Maybe that's a good play here. Otherwise, Thalia is nice. It slows them down a little bit. But I think they're going to play a creature next turn. So unless they go like 1-drop plus spell, I think maybe Inti is the play here. This is also a card that scares other players for some reason. I don't really know why, but I guess if they have like Phoenix Chick plus Play with Fire. I guess we could hold up Iganjo here. I guess let's attack first. See if we can get a land, maybe. Otherwise, we just sit back for Kumano and Iganjo. We could do that. Otherwise, we could play Kellen, take the 3 in the air. I like the concept of getting their land though. But maybe it's right to just like sit here. Because if I get another land and play Thalia, then this would be free. It's kind of a big ask. Yeah, maybe we just sit. I mean, it doesn't seem interesting, but I think it might be correct. Actually, wait a second. We can't cast Iganjo with this mana. Never mind. Okay, I guess we just go Thalia here. Crap. Yeah, I keep on forgetting the mana requirements. I kind of like getting Kellen ready too, though. Okay, that was a big blunder. Man, I'm still getting used to this deck. Not being able to have access to white mana for Iganjo off this stuff. Okay, now we're definitely in racing mode, and it's going badly very quickly. We need to get, we need to find ourselves a Brutal Cathar like stat, or another Iganjo. So I think we get in with Kellen. Toss out the Inti. Didn't get there. So now we can play Copper Coat plus probably Initiate here. Just for the extra point of toughness. So if they have Monstrous Rage, number 2, we're sunk. If they have Play with Fire... So can we counter swing back for game? If we take 3, 6, 7, Play with Fire kills us. So that means we have to block Ronom. We could double block it, and then it probably chooses to take out the Copper Coat. Otherwise, we block here. If we counter next turn with Immodane's Recruiter, if we draw land and play both of these, that's going to be 3, actually 4, 8, 11, 15. Yeah, you know, this might actually do it. I think we single block here and see if we can survive. If they don't have Monstrous Rage, we survive. Okay, and they had Monstrous Rage. Never didn't have it. Oof. Yeah, I think the entire red matchup comes down to them always having Monstrous Rage. Oh, that card. All right, I like our opening hands. Said that the last 2 times, but I think this is a good opening hand. The thing about my channel is you're going to see the ups and the downs, and it's not always pretty. So we could Cathar here. I think we need to save Cathar for when they... Well, actually, they've got Skrelv, so we kind of have to do it now. Yeah, and I think since we can push extra damage, they might have, like, whatever nonsense to prevent it, but I think it's worth going for. And I guess, yeah, let's take this while we can. Okay, they've got the indestructible nonsense. Okay, well, we can still get our free card. So they're probably going to want to push this through with Skrelv. We could set up for a big turn here. Just go Copper Coat plus Thalia. I do kind of like that because that is like the most mana efficient. If we do Adeline and they don't use Skrelv, we can block. I kind of like this play, though. I think this is a more aggressive line. And this way, if we draw like... Okay, yeah, that works. I guess they just had enough. Yeah, figuring out the mono red matchup is just But yeah, I mean, running out Inti or Kellen or Thalia on turn 2, I mean, they're all amazing. His hand looks great. Okay. I think against blue-black we want... You know, we still want... I mean, Kellen is just... Here's the thing, is that, like, Thalia is amazing here, but Kellen is just... If they don't deal with this, we're just getting cards. Like, it's silly. I think we do the preemptive Thalia here to shut down any kind of nonsense. If they have, like, Virtue or whatnot. Okay, they could still have Smite. That's a thing, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I mean, like, they have to, like, kill Kellen before he attacks once. Like, it's that good. And any card that's, like, demands that much respect, you want 4 copies of. Here we do have to be a little bit careful. They could have, like, a temporary lockdown next turn, so we will get 3 for 1, but we should keep our mana open to be able to, like, get extra value with this instead of playing a creature here, I think. Okay, if they try to kill it, then I guess all bets are off. I think we still go for value, though, honestly. Oh my god, they blew us out by us waiting for them to... Tidebinder, this card. So we could Inti here, we could... Like, I don't like walking Cathar into... Sunfall. I guess, like, I don't know if this is like a Sunfall deck. I mean, they probably have access to it. Yeah, I just don't know. Maybe we just, like, main phase do this. Seems kind of weak, but otherwise we Cathar here. See, Cathar is even worse if they Sunfall, because then they get their Tidebinder back. So maybe let's Inti, pitch the Mirrex, and try to get some stuff going. But I still like Officer here, honestly. I think I just want to Officer main phase. Yeah. Adeline is great, but Recruiter is silly. Okay, now they've got Wandering Emperor ready. So I think we walk into it, and then if they do that, then we can Imidane's Recruiter for 2 white knights. Yeah, because there's no real good way to play around it other than that. Ganjo. Oh, we could get value on the way out. Since they're leaving 2 mana up, that shows me that they want to counter Imidane. So I think let's get value here. Otherwise, we just, like, drop 2 more guys, which I suppose we could do. I think this is still a value game, though. Oh, you know what? I should have been careful with the mana, not auto-tap with Mirrex. But yeah, let's get Kellen here. We could also get another officer. I think Kellen is still sweet, though. I think let's get Kellen going. And then maybe we invest like 1 Vanguard. Could also Imidane's here, but that feels kind of silly with like open mana. We could like totally slow roll Kellen, but I think we want a little more pressure. Although with Imidane, like we can just like drop this real quick and they have to deal with it. So I think maybe we do 1 more creature here. Okay. Now we can force the Imidanes. So if we start with Coppercoat, like they've got to have 2 pieces of removal. If we go Coppercoat into Imidanes, that's a decent... I think that's a decent push. Okay, now we can force Imidanes. Okay, Tidebinder stops Imidanes, yep. That's actually pretty nasty. I forgot about Tidebinder. Now they want to just clear this board, so we gotta see if we can draw back up here. Man, Tidebinder is such a beating. Yeah, because now they Sunfall. No Sunfall? What is going on? This is madness. So if they get rid of Coppercoat number 1, we're 1 shy. I think we just get in and see what happens. Wandering Emperor, okay.
I'm home. This is what you get for hurting my people.
So I think now we can drop... Let's see. They've got a white board. If they make, they'll make a 2/2. They have another piece of removal. I think we want 1 more creature on the board. Maybe like the Initiate, because it's like kind of low value. So I think we play Initiate here. Could also do Inti, since we've got 2. I think Initiate's fine though. And then we do Mirrex end of turn.
I'm never done for good. Keep watch for intruders.
They're representing another Wandering Emperor. Okay, so here I think we could NT. NT on the Copper Coat. Or we just spread everything out, assuming they have another Emperor. This will be the big target they're going to go for. But, I mean, like, making it easy to block. Actually, this is a decent Brutal Cathar turn. Yeah, let's maybe do that instead. They could Tisha's nonsense or whatever. Rare Fox Bodyguard, okay. Okay, they are super serious. They've committed a lot, though. So now we can NT. And then I think maybe we NT the 1/1 here, because this is going to be a 2/3, so we just push. I guess let's get rid of the Sundown Pass. I think we put NT on Copper Coat here.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. My judgment is final.
Still have to block. And then I think, let's see, we've got 7 mana. We hold the NT because they can make a token. If you have another piece of removal, I think we hold the NT, just play it safe.
Our swords will cross at last. We must protect the people.
Yeah, these Myrixes are really going to work. Alright, so now I think we want to NT again the token just to force through 2 damage across. So they've got, even if they have 2 pieces or 1 piece of removal. Whew, got there. That was that was drawn out. I had this one epic game earlier today. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to record it, but it was against Mono white, he was like number 11, and it went for like an hour back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was amazing. So, yeah, really great game. He eventually threw in the towel, but it was like a solid hour. It was incredible. We went through like half our decks. Hand looks great. Okay, Esper. I think I'm going to wait on the Cavern in case they want to like hold up counter magic. I was like that. So Copper Coat is fun with Adeline. Inti is just great all around, especially with like Veteran in this matchup. We can like toss Veteran, have it in our yard, get extra value. The only thing if we play Inti is that we're not going to play Adeline to attack with it. So Copper Coat pushes more damage. This gets... Like, since we have Adeline, I think I might rather do Copper Coat here. But they're both fun. So like with Inti, you usually want to attack first and then afterwards play the card. Okay, this is like that weird sacrifice deck. Yeah, I think we just got to fight through this, unfortunately. Man, they got Death Touch all around. So I think here we want to... I think the play here... We could eventually set up for like a big Imidans, but I think we Inti and then give Trample to Adeline to push some damage through. So if we attack with multiple guys, they probably have Adeline blocked by Ellis Core. This probably goes to Preacher of the Schism. Inti gives it Trample. We push a little bit of damage. We could also just set up like a big board. I kind of like that, actually. What does that look like? Let's get Veteran going. And then I think we just actually just drop our hand here. Like do it in one really big attack. They probably sense what's coming, but even still. Creature is a problem. I think we throw these 4 in front of it. Because killing that thing is going to be huge. I guess if they have cut down, it's really nasty. I think this is the block. Now we just make some guys. Still no attacks because of Ellis Core. Yeah, its Voice of the Blessed is going to be a huge problem. Yeah, we just... I guess if we trade with this now, it doesn't really help us, yeah. Okay, more lifelink. We need to find a way to get rid of this Voice of the Blessed. So if we get in, this is a 6/5, we're only pushing 4 damage, and then they can start flying in with Voice of the Blessed very, very soon. This becomes a 7/7 after damage. Oh my god, this is a beating. So I think we set up for one more turn here. Get a Mirix token. Okay, now we're out of time. Yeah, this Voice of the Blessed is going to be just such a problem. So I think we go to 15 here, or we could, I think we do take it this turn. So if we push with everybody right now, what do the blocks look like? Like this probably blocks, or this blocks like a 1/1. This probably blocks Adeline. It doesn't get any better. I mean, Inti, I think, puts Trample on Adeline. We might have to keep Phantom back because we might need that to block so we don't die. But I don't think it gets much better. I think we sort of got to luck into something here. Push with everyone. Yeah, because we're going to have 1/1s. Like this blocks a 2/1, this blocks a 2/1. Yeah. That was a nice draw. Maybe we waited too long. I'm not even sure. Might should have gone maybe last turn. I guess I didn't do the math. And like maybe we should have attacked with this Phantom. But I think they go to like 23, 24. And they can still safely take a whole bunch here. So like this way they're taking 5, 8, 11, 14. Yeah, so it wouldn't have made the difference, I don't think, but it's close. But at least we got that thing off the field. Okay, we've still got NT, so we can get in. If we send with another team, they go up to 13. We push in with everybody. Give Adeline Trample. We can make a Mirrex token, so it'll be 7, and then 8 power, 9 power. So if they block it like here, they take 5. They go to 13, block, block, block. We're pushing like 3. Pushing like 8. Question is, do we send more than just Adeline here? I don't know. Because they have like super good blocks with these 2/3s. I think we have to send Adeline alone here, unfortunately. We got to give it Trample. Then we can make another token if they decide to block to give it an extra point. So they go to 13 by blocking the 1/1 here. Yeah, we need like another Immodanes here. So I think we get rid of Preacher. Preacher is like huge and annoying. This thing's also annoying. Yeah, they have so many like X4s or X3s. I want to get in with Kellen, but it's just like not a good turn for it. If we push everybody, they gain at least 2 life. Go to 10. They have 3. They have 6 blockers. We've got 8 attackers. We're pushing like 2 maximum. I think we Cathar this turn. Unfortunately, it doesn't let us do anything with Mythic's tokens, but I think it is... We gotta get that welcoming vampire off the field. That thing is like just value. So is the Preacher of the Schism. I mean, there's so many problems, but... The vampire is extra value. And I think no attacks this turn. Oh dear God. That thing looks terrifying. Okay, we have to kill this thing. Can't block it in a good way, so I guess we just throw Imidanes. Guess we could throw Phantom in front of it. Like, we do gain some life off Phantom, but I think it is a little bit less useful than these, like, 2/2s. I guess maybe we should be careful here. Like, if they have removal, they just blow us out. So I think we actually do have to be a little careful here. So now we can get in with Kellen as a 3/4. I guess they trade it for Bat, though, which is kind of awful. We could just replay Kellen now. And it does get something off the field. Otherwise, we just sit. Make a token, flip Cathar. Yeah, I think maybe that's the play. Actually, getting the card draw is worth it, even if we don't replay Kellen this turn. Although we'd have to get rid of... Oof. We definitely want to get to like more Imidanes and more cards. So I think this is actually worth it. Okay, there's Imidanes. Yeah, let's put that in the yard. That was kind of a funny trick. We could cast it for the adventure and not the other part, and then not lose it off of Inti. Hopefully they have no plays here, and then we can flip Cathar. That would be amazing. Okay, that was officially amazing. Now we could... Actually, let's save this for Inti. I was going to say we could play a Mythic's token and then Imidane's Recruiter. Let's see, if we do that, they're going to gain 2. They go to 15 functionally. They've got 5 blockers. We'll have... let's see, if we do that, we'll have an extra attacker. They block here and these 4. And then we push The extra Mirix token is 2, 4, 6, 9, 12. Doesn't kill them, but it's very close. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I think we do it. I think we dropped them to 2. And they have to single block everything. They can't double block anything. Oh wow, they just gave up. That works. Whew, Imidane's recruiter to the rescue. Oh man. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Had a blast there. Definitely, we need to find out a plan for mono red because oof. But let's look at the stats real quick. All right, here we are. Okay, so we are currently at a 61% win rate. We are 73 wins and 46 losses that have been recorded here, not on my laptop. So it's not perfect, but it does give us an idea. Mono white is 57%, so 12 and 9. And I feel like we're doing pretty well there, but it definitely, that feels pretty close. Mono red is rough, 7 and 14, 33% win rate there. So any tips you guys, like if you see something that I don't see, put it in the comments for sure. All the other matchups though, they're feeling pretty good. Like Jund is rough, Domain is super rough, but you know, Dimir and like all the control decks. I mean, Imidane's recruiter is really what's pulling up like these Esper, blue-white control matchups, and we're doing okay in the mirror. And then just doing amazing versus Selesnya and mono blue, doing okay here against like red-green. So yeah, overall very happy, and currently I think we ended at rank 65. So we will see you for the next one. Thanks guys for watching. Oh, and subscribe if you like the channel.